Good morning, Goenkins. I hope you all are staying fit and fine at home. So I'm back with your computer class. In the previous class, we have studied about the chapter hardware and software. And we know, children, what is a hardware? All the physical parts of a computer that we can touch are called hardware. All the parts that we can see and touch are all the hardware parts of the computer. Like we have studied in the input devices, keyboard, mouse are the hardware parts. We have studied more input devices like trackball, joystick, microphone, scanner, webcam, graphics tablet are all the input devices that are referred to as hardware parts of the computer. Now the next we have also studied about processing device. The device that transforms the input into output is called a processing device, and there are also hardware parts inside the CPU cabinet that were motherboard, processor or CPU chip, power supply box, hard disk. These are the processing devices of the computer. We have also studied about the output devices, monitor, printer, plotter, projector, speakers and headphones. All these are output devices and hardware parts of the computer. I hope you all have done this checkpoint in your book. Now we'll move on to our next topic, that is storage devices. Now students, what is a storage device? The devices that are used to store information are called storage devices. These are the devices where we can store all our information. Some examples of storage devices are given below. External hard drive. An external hard drive is the same as hard disk. External hard drive, children, is same as hard disk, like which is present inside the CPU cabinet. The only difference is that it is attached outside the system unit. It is a portable storage device and can be attached to a computer through a USB or FireWire connection or wirelessly. So these are connected outside, they are not present inside the CPU cabinet, whereas hard disk is already present inside the CPU cabinet. When our hard disk is short of the memory, we can use the external hard drive, which is having a lot of memory to store the information. The next we have is the pen drive. You all would have seen pen drive. It is a small bar shaped storage device used to store a large amount of data. It is easier to use and carry as it is a portable device. It is also called a thumb drive or flash drive. It is having two more names, that is thumb drive or flash drive. So it is also used to store information. The next we have is CD and DVD. CD stands for compact disc, DVD stands for digital video disc. These are widely used for storing and viewing films. A DVD can store more data than a CD. So now children, CD and DVD are both circular shape and they are also used to store information. DVD can store more data than CD. So these are the storage devices that can be used to store information. We have studied about hard disk, and if the hard disk is short of memory, we can also use external hard drive, we can use pen drive, and we can also use CD and DVDs to store our information. But children, we have to remember that all the hardware parts of the computer cannot work itself. Means like if you put the keyboard, it will not work itself. Monitor, it will not work itself. Printer, CPU and all the other parts of the CPU cabinet cannot work itself. We all know the system works on IPO cycle, that is input, process and output cycle. We have studied about the input parts and we have already studied about the output parts. Now children, the processing of the computer system is done with the help of software. A software helps to do the processing in the computer system. A set of instructions or programs that tell a computer what to do. Here are the instructions which tell the computer what they have to do. Without the software, we cannot work on the computer. Windows, MS Paint, Notepad, TuxPaint, WordPad are all the example of softwares. There are two types of software in computer system. The first one is system software and the second one is application software. System software controls the working of a computer. Windows, MS-DOS, Linux, Unix, macOS are all the examples of system software. System software helps the computer to work. Without system software, our computer system will not start. So we need a system software to work on a computer. So what the system software helps us to do? It controls the working of all the input and output devices. All the input and output parts of the computer cannot work without system software. It helps to run the application software on the computer. I'll tell you what is the application software. All the application software cannot work without the system software. It controls all the storage operations. All the storage in operations, all the stored information is done with the help of system software. We can take an example of system software that, like, if we are having a car, without the driver, can a car work? No, it cannot work. It needs a driver to work or to start. So system software also work in the same way. The computer system will not start until and unless it is not installed with the system software. Now we'll be studying about the application software. It is used to perform specific tasks. All the tasks of the computer system needs application software to work. They are used to perform a particular task. Some examples are MS Office, MS Paint, Tux Paint, WordPad, etc. So children, like in the washing machine we wash clothes, in the juicer we take out the juice, in the refrigerator we keep our food fresh. Similarly children, in the computer system also, if we want to do any special task or specific task, we need applications. Like MS Paint is used to draw and paint, games software is used to play games, WordPad is also used to type, calculator is used to calculate. So these all perform specific tasks. So these are referred to as application software. So children, we have to remember that system software helps in the working of computer, while the application software helps to do a computer a particular task. Now children, I hope you all have understood the system software and application software. Now we'll be studying the difference between hardware and software. What is the difference? The first one is, it is the physical part of a computer. All the parts of a computer that we can see and touch are the hardware parts. It is a set of instructions that helps us to run a computer. Software helps us to run the computer. Number 2, hardware can be touched. Software cannot be touched. We can touch hardware and see it, but softwares cannot be touched. Number 3, hardware cannot work without software. Software cannot work without hardware. So both are dependent on each other. Hardware needs software and software need hardware to work. Number 4, hardware can be repaired or replaced if it is damaged. So we can repair it or replace it if the hardware parts are damaged. But software is reinstalled if it is damaged. So we need to reinstall the software if it is damaged. So I hope children you all have understood till here. Now I want you all to revise and read this chapter once again. Now we will be meeting in the next class.